Hello and welcome to Season 3 of the Minecraft Archive. I'm Jared3118 and this is episode 12. And in this episode we are going to take a look at the piston elevator that travels all the way from this level right here down to the bedrock at the bottom of the tower. But before we do that, I want to show you guys a change that I made to the monster spawner and trap. So if we can go in here, you can see it's dark in here, and I can flip the light switch, and it still lights up the room as it did before, but you'll notice it's much faster. That is because I replaced those crazy redstone contraptions that swapped out blocks with the nice new, not sure exactly what the name of it, just the redstone light, I guess. It just turns these redstone lights on and off, nice and simple. So if we go up here, show you what this room looks like now, and I better close this so none of the monsters come in. And sometimes there is a weird glitch where I am walking on the ceiling of the monster spawner room and I fall through the floor, or I fall through the ceiling I should say, and that's not good because it's not just a nice simple door to get back out. I can't get back out. I'm trapped in there. I have to actually break down this wall. So hopefully that doesn't happen here. It just happens every once in a while. So gotta watch where I step. I'm thinking the glitch is maybe when I step on redstone, because see, the redstone actually hovers above that layer of stone blocks, and I'm not sure why. I think it's just a bug. But anyways, you'll notice I've taken out all of those crazy block swapper contraptions, and it's just nice and simple up here. Now the redstone just travels to this block and it gives it power when that lever is switched, and it's really just as simple as that. Here's what it looks like over here on the sides. I was able to bring these walls in, didn't need quite so much space. And you might be wondering, well, why did I take all the time to do that if it already worked? It saved me a lot of pistons, and I needed those pistons for, of course, the piston elevator. So let's go ahead and go take a look at that, but I wanted to show you guys first the update to the monster spawner and trap. And go ahead and shut the door behind us. And some of you are probably noticing really good frame rate right now, and I will talk about that at the end of the episode. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the piston elevator. Alright, so here is the top part. Definitely don't want to jump down there, that will kill you. But this is a drop chute, and I really probably should put a sign up there that says this is the drop chute. And all it is right below the bedrock, or excuse me, right above the bedrock, is a water source block. And it slows my fall just enough that I don't take any damage. And even when I'm wearing iron armor, I tested it with iron armor and I still didn't take any damage. So what I want to do is stand on the edge like this, and I'm holding shift, so I'm kind of hovering over the edge, and then I just let go. And there we go. I go from the top of the tower all the way to the bottom in, just a matter of like a second or two. Very fast. No need to ride this minecart rail system all the way down to the bottom of the tower. But here is where the real fun is. The elevator. I hop in, flip the switch, and up I go. And again, you can see it only takes a second or two. It's very fast. And then all I have to do is go up this flight of stairs, and I'm at the surface. So you might be wondering, why does the piston elevator only go to this spot here? Why doesn't it go up to this level? Well, the answer to that is I have my dock right here. Why is it always raining while I'm recording an episode? But anyways, I didn't want to mess up this nice memorial garden, and yes, it could come up to, somewhere in here, but then I'd have to move my dock. So I figure it's not too big of a deal walking up one flight of stairs. And I kind of like how it goes up to just beneath the ocean. So you can kind of look out there and see the piston elevator. But let me actually, whoa, got a little bit of a lag spike there. Let me go ahead and go back down. Actually, before I go back down, you will see that down at the bottom I used a lever and not a button. And you might also be wondering, why'd you do that? If I used a button, these pistons would go back down, and if I wasn't quick enough to step off this, I would actually fall to my death down at the very bottom of the piston elevator. So by using a lever, those pistons stay activated and allows me to easily step in and out of the piston elevator. So I'm going to hop back down. Here's that water that I was talking about. You got 2 blocks. Then you have a sign right here and 1 water source block. That's all it takes to make a drop chute. Okay, so for the elevator, if I want to reset it, I just flip the lever. All the pistons go back in. And there we go. It's reset and ready to be rode again. But I wanted to show you there is one bug with this piston elevator. If I stand all the way off to this side, well, actually here, let me first show you what happens if I stand all the way off to this side. I believe it'll just push me out. So I stand on the side that doesn't have a piston at the very bottom. Flip the switch. Yes. See how I got kicked out of there before it went up? So I'm going to reset it. And this will actually break the piston elevator. If I stand all the way to this side, right above this piston, and I flip this, you'll see I get stuck. And this is no good. So what you have to do at this point is just get any tool. I guess I can just probably break this with a torch equally as fast. And now I have to actually reset it and put these pistons back in place. So you can see I had to destroy 3 of them because I was actually stuck inside of the elevator. I'll use this crafting table to get 1 block higher. Oh, and there we go. So what you got to do when you ride this piston elevator is you have to stand right in the middle of these 2 blocks. So just look at the ground, kind of follow the line, turn around and make sure you're right in the middle of these 2 blocks and then flip the switch. And when you do that, it works perfectly. Alright, so that's basically the piston elevator in a nutshell. You might be wondering, well, how do I build this? I am not going to show you how to build this in this episode because I only somewhat understand the redstone wiring behind this contraption. Someone put out a very good tutorial that explains how to build this. I believe his YouTube username is Brow of Steel. You're probably familiar with him if you've built a piston elevator yourself. He has got a really good video that I will put in the description, and it just walks you through the basic steps. It only teaches you how to make a piston elevator up to about this level here, but as you can see, it's just very repetitive. So if you can, understand the basics of it, you're able to duplicate these layers all the way up to however high you want to go. So actually what I was going to do in here is just kind of climb the ladder and give you guys an aerial view of what this room looks like. As you can see, a lot of redstone repeaters. Those take a while to make. A lot of redstone. You will need several 64 stacks of redstone ore to be able to make this. And then of course the pistons. You'll need both sticky and regular pistons, so you will need to be able to kill slimes to be able to make the sticky pistons. You might be wondering, I brought up making a slime farm, and I haven't gotten to that yet. There really hasn't been a need. In the caves that are around the tower, there are quite a few slimes in there, and I've built up probably at least 5 or 6 stacks of 64 slime balls, so I really am not in any need to make a slime farm, because I believe the only thing slime balls are even used for are sticky pistons, so I really don't need them for anything else. Let me go up here real quick and I'll see how many I have. Pretty sure it's like at least 5 or 6 stacks. 1, 2, yep, 5 stacks, and actually I've got a few more. Okay, so eventually there'll be a slime farm there. Alright, let me travel to the top of the tower because I want to talk about my brand new computer that I'm playing on right now. So, hey, why not take the piston elevator up there? And I'm thinking eventually there will be a second piston elevator, and it'll be over here on this wall here. And it'll take you to the top of the tower, but I did not want to build that quite yet. I want to get my world out for download. The plan was not to release my world for download until about episode 20, I think is what I was originally planning. But obviously, got a new computer right now, and I'm really, really excited about that. I'm going to talk about that here in just a second. So kind of to show my appreciation for you guys helping me out, helping me out by getting this new computer. I wanted to release my world for download a little bit earlier so that you guys could enjoy this world, because I'm really excited about how it's coming along. So up here, this is still an empty room, but this room up here is Jared3118's room. I just got a bed, a wolf, bookshelf, and I built this little balcony here. This balcony will probably could connect to the second piston elevator once it's all finished. Let me go up actually one more floor, and hopefully I'm able to talk over the rain. I'll kind of stay away from the edges because I think that's where it gets noisy. Oh, no, that's not too bad. Okay. I also added some torches on the edge of this upper part of the tower, and it looks really nice from far away. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about up here, if I hit F3, you can see my FPS, and even though I am recording, if you remember before I was running at like 15 frames per second, 20 frames per second, and it would even like dip to almost 10 frames per second. Here you can see I am easily running at 60, 70 frames per second. It maybe dips to like 50 at a time, but this is with Minecraft on maximum settings. So, as I said, of course, I got a brand new computer. I will put all the specs for the computer in the description of this video in case you're really curious on the exact computer I got. Basically, it's an HP, a desktop computer, and it's called the Phoenix, and it's actually a gaming computer that HP makes. It's a pretty sweet computer, like 10 gigs of RAM, able to run Minecraft beautifully. So, if you remember, in one of my announcement videos, I talked about donations, and actually it was a couple of my viewers that brought up the idea, and I said, hey, if you guys want to donate and help me out, I'd really appreciate it. So I had my eye on this computer, and it cost about $1,000, and I thought, how awesome would it be if I could maybe get $500 out of donations? So I put up a little bar. You've probably seen it on my channel page, and it said, my goal is to reach $500. And I've gotten quite a bit of donations. Didn't meet the goal, but I'm still very happy with what I've received. I'm up to $260. And of course, I went ahead and bought the laptop before I reached my goal of 500 because I thought, $260, that is just awesome. It was a really huge help. And the season three of the Minecraft archive is going to continue on PC. I will not likely be starting a new season of the Minecraft archive on Xbox because I found out the arcade version of Minecraft on Xbox 360 is actually going to be several versions back. I want to say like beta 1.6. So it's going to be lacking a lot of the new features of Minecraft, and that was a bummer. And of course, I just did not want to lose this tower. I did not want to start all over. So several of my viewers donated, and that is what this area is over here. This is called Viewers Village. And this is where my viewers will get houses in my series. And right now you'll see there's a house there. Might be a little hard to see on YouTube. There's 3 red mushroom houses and then a very large house. And I'm going to go over there in just a second. But basically those are the people that help donate towards my new computer. So a huge, huge thanks goes out to them. We'll go ahead and travel over there now and get a closer look at the houses they received. But one thing I did want to bring up, if you were maybe saving up some money to donate, I know a couple people have told me that, feel free to still donate. I mean, it's still going to help cover the cost of this computer. So like I said, it was $1,000. It wasn't cheap. Yeah, I've got it paid for, but it would certainly help to kind of recover some of those costs. So if you really wanted a house in the Minecraft archive, you're saving up money to donate, feel free to still do so. And I will be happy to still give you a house in my world. And even if it's a year from now and I receive a $1 donation and I haven't reached that $500 mark yet, I will still give you like a mushroom house in my world. Just depends on, of course, how much you donate. So over here, we've got a nice little tunnel that leads through this just kind of small little hill. It makes it a little bit easier. I was constantly climbing up and down these hills and it got annoying, so I said I'm just gonna dig right through that hill right there and make a nice looking tunnel. And it's got fire behind this glass. I always think that's a nice little touch in Minecraft. Okay, so these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that donated. Of course, this is the big one. You're probably wondering, my goodness, what did somebody donate to receive this? I had said in the comments of my donation video that if you donated more than $30, which if you remember, $30 gets you a large house, less than $10 gets you a mushroom house. It was $10 to $20 gets you a shack, and 20 to 30 gets you a small house, and that's what the large house is. That's $30. So, but I said if you donated more than $30, I would do something special for you. And right away, shortly after I made that video, Jonathan Wise was nice enough to donate $100 towards this new computer. So obviously a huge thank you to you, Jonathan. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I was blown away when I received your donation. I'm still amazed, and I'm just really happy to be continuing this series. But this is your mansion that you got for donating $100. Oops, I left this back door open. Back here is like a little garden with a little walkway. We've got a little dog in here. Over here is a hot tub with lava underneath, so you can sit in here and relax in the hot tub. We got benches on the side. This would be a nice little place to throw a party in. Oh yeah. And then you've got a crafting table here. A beautiful view of the tower from your crafting table. Up here you've got a nice little location for a bed. You've got one balcony here that looks out onto the tower. Great view. Looks out onto the village. And then over here, got another balcony, and this overlooks a very nice looking natural waterfall in this kind of pond/lake area. And there actually is the zombie spawner that I showed you guys in a previous episode, where I get a lot of XP. And then you've got a chest. So it's got nice big glass windows in here with a skylight. And of course, it kind of has like a wood cabin feel. But this actually took quite a while to build. I was really happy with the design. I think it looks really nice from the inside, and looks pretty good, I think, from the outside. I tried to do something a little fancy with the roof, so it wasn't just a plain Jane rectangular house, and I'm pretty happy with the design. You got shrubs around the edge here. So let's take a look at some of the other houses. This was the very first donation I received. It was Gabinus, and he donated $1. So you got your nice little mushroom house here. Over here is, sorry if I mispronounced this, Aromantis, and they donated $8. Got a mushroom house as well. And then back here is Demo Nice Echoes. I'm probably butchered that. I apologize. And you also got a mushroom house. And then this was also another very large donation. K Mullins 131 donated $50 and received himself a large house. And he had a very interesting request for his house. He asked me to make the epitome of terrible, and that's why you see this sign here. He wanted the ugliest house you could possibly make in Minecraft. So I sat down, I thought, well, how can I make this thing as ugly as possible? So as you can see, we've got a cobblestone ceiling, because cobblestone really is hideous in this game. In fact, it probably needs a texture pack. But for now, the epitome of terrible has a cobblestone ceiling. Got wood planks for the bottom row. A row of birchwood, which again, in my opinion, is pretty ugly. And then the new light wooden planks that come from birch trees. And if we go in here, it only gets uglier. Neon green and bright blue checkered carpet. And we got wood for the upper part of the ceiling and stone for the lower part of the ceiling. So I tried to go with like a real crazy variety of blocks. So I hope you're happy. I guess that's what you say. I hope you're happy with how terrible it turned out. As you see, the epitome of terrible. And in here, get a nice little table, bookshelves. I don't see how you could possibly read in here, because I'm pretty sure the neon carpet will make you go blind eventually. A bed and a double chest. So this is how Viewers Village is coming along so far. If you did the math, you probably realized that does not add up to $260. Jonathan Wise was actually so generous that he sent me a second donation, and that second donation was yet again for another $100. Again, thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you, K. Mullen, for your very large donation, and thank you to all you other guys that gave donations as well. So I thought about giving Jonathan a second house, and I was like, well, let's make things interesting. So what I'm going to do for this next project in the Minecraft archive is I'm going to build some islands in the sky around the tower. And as you probably know, the sky limit in Minecraft has increased. So it gives me a lot of flexibility to build some islands kind of at different levels all around this upper part of the tower. I'm hoping it looks really cool. But Jonathan Wise is actually going to get his very own island in the sky to show my appreciation for his second $100 donation. Also, K. Mullen 131, he got a large house, but that was actually the $30 reward, but he donated a full $50. So instead of giving him two houses, a large house and a small house, I'm going to give him a large house and then a small island in the sky. So you will be getting an island of the sky along with Jonathan Wise, and hopefully there will be a lot of other very cool islands up there. So I think that pretty much wraps up this episode. I mainly just wanted to show you guys the finished piston elevator, and I wanted to talk about all the donations I received, my new computer, and I wanted to let you guys know Season 3 of the Minecraft Archive is alive and well. It is not dead. It will continue. I am just loving Minecraft on this new computer. No lag. I mean, there's no lag while recording, so it's even better when I'm not recording. This is an amazing, amazing computer. I'm really happy I bought it. Gonna put it to good use, make lots of very fun YouTube videos with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. The next episode will be about the downloading this world, and I will be giving a tour of the world in case you aren't real familiar with all the different places in this world. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.